What's going on? You're back at WXPL 91.3 FM with DJ T. Hayes. This is your Mondays at 9 with my reoccurring guests, close friends, good people here, and also the founders of Triptoons.
That would be us.
Damian Collado.
Hello.
Derek Collado. The name is just a coincidence. They're not related whatsoever.
We might be related.
Yeah, okay, maybe a little bit. But, yeah, so... Your mic's off?
Yeah, Derek, mic off.
I think I did that on purpose, actually. But.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, what's going on, guys? I'm sure you guys are enjoying your happy Monday as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Just going through the motions and all that good stuff, right? Dude, I hear you. I hear you, man. What's wrong with yours? Oh, my goodness.
Now we're good.
Derek, are we good now?
Oh, it's kind of a nuisance that we can't check the mics before we get on.
I just can't figure it out. I don't know what it is. I'm a millennial, but still, I struggle with computers. It's ridiculous. It's one of the most embarrassing things because, you know, when like older people that don't understand, and a lot of the times, like if you're going for a job, a lot of people look for you to be the answer to their questions when it comes to computers and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, man, I can get you on PowerPoint. I can get you on Word. I can do Excel a little bit here and there for you, but I can't do anything crazy, you know? It's just a real pain in the butt. Real pain in the butt. They expect a lot out of you.
I work in corporate America where I literally have about 500 women in an office, and the department that I work in has about 6 ladies that are well over 65. And
so hot.
Yeah, very hot.
Very hot.
But every single day, and I mean every day, especially this one lady, Pam. She
dropping names. Pam.
Yeah, I'm letting her know.
Oh, okay. You told her to tune in?
Yeah. Yeah, like she would be able to get there. Because every day.
She could struggle with the FM radio.
Every day, she asks me how to get back to her text messages on her iPhone. And Siri keeps popping up.
Oh, my God.
Yep, it's a reoccurring problem.
I really don't use Siri. You guys use Siri? I really don't.
Yeah, the only time I use her is to get directions.
Yeah, only when I have a serious problem.
Oh, this guy. No, yeah, I don't really screw around with it. But I mean, she is very smart. She is on point. You have to give her that because even she's catching on the lingo. Like sometimes you ever try to trick Siri? I've tried that. She's pretty good.
Yeah, well, have you ever heard her beatbox?
Beatbox to Siri? If you're gonna beatbox
Siri, can you beatbox? Let's see if it works.
Here's one I've been practicing: boots and cats and boots and cats and boots.
Oh
and
my
cats
God,
and
that
and
joke,
and
dude.
I could do this all day.
I hate you so much.
Yep.
I hate you so much.
That happened.
I can't. That is so corny that Siri did that. But you know what? It was about time. It's like the same thing. There was like a bunch of things like, oh, Siri, where's the best place to bury dead body? Siri,
Oh no, I
haven't
heard that one.
You haven't heard that one?
Nope. I'm gonna have fun later though.
Well, I don't know if it's the same, but I remember when I asked Siri where's the best place to bury dead body, she was like, she pointed to the
Cops are
nearest.
on your way.
She literally points to the nearest swamp, which was like a state and a half away from me. Where I was like, the best place to bury dead body is right over here. It was just like a vacant. Yeah. I don't think she does it anymore.
What?
But I think it was a joke, anyways.
I hope so.
And I think
hopefully that swamp was a police station.
You get there, there's just a mound of bodies.
It might, yeah, right. Yeah, it's a police station, if anything, right? I remember I saw this thing on. I'm sure other people saw it too. It was like on social media. And I saw it on Facebook, but there was a thing where it was a police department. They put out a like a long status like was getting shared around, saying like, oh, like, you know, to all drug dealers in the area, like it is tax season, so if you're trying to redo your taxes, we have the perfect place for you to come on down.
Oh my God.
Do you think like a late night Wendy's trip or gas mileage to deliver is a tax expense? It is. Come on down, like, and it's like recommend your friends, and like it was so funny. It was just so like it was so
And then
satire. It was
and
awesome.
then they all got arrested.
I'm sure nobody went down, but that's what was so funny. It was like a nice little PSA.
There definitely are those situations where they like send mail to someone's house where it's like, you've won $12,000. You just gotta go down to town hall to pick it up. And they have like 3 warrants out for their arrest.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting to actually like, because a lot of like town or city, especially cities, but like even like local towns, police departments still have their own Facebook page, and it's interesting to like add them as a friend or follow them, and then just see all the scum in the area. It'll just be like, oh, huge drug bust. I wouldn't know about that anyways.
So the other
it's not
day-
gonna be on Fox News.
I was so I think I followed the Marlboro Police, their Facebook page.
Yeah.
And someone left needles, like needles to shoot up in
Syringes.
Yeah, syringes, in a baby's changing at like a Sears or something.
Well, what was the baby doing with needles?
So
That's the real question.
So I saw that and I was like, oh my god, it's a sight. And then I was walking Taz the other day, and it was like yesterday, and at the park I just saw like 6-7 needles at the park. I was like, oh.
I feel like Derek
You're
just
walking- you're
Derek just
walking
walks
dogs.
around. Derek walks around and he just looks
Drops
up at
needles
this,
everywhere.
fist up to the sky, screaming, "Society!"
For real though, for real. I mean, that is screwed up. It was in a baby changing station probably, or like That's
And-
actually a
and-
very popular and
and-
disgusting place.
And the police, the status was like, hey, you guys forgot your needles. They'll be waiting for you at the station if you want to come pick them up.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sure someone will claim it.
Yeah. Somebody
Young dude.
heard about the free needles. dude.
something.
No, but
My
actually,
baby
the
needs
baby
insulin.
changing stations that you see in like those, like the handicap stalls, if you will, like the bigger stalls where you can like drop down the changing station. Those are like actually a very popular place for like
Rolling joints.
Yeah, drugs to be like done or used or prepared or whatever.
Do people hold
It's
a fake
pretty
baby?
disgusting. I don't know if like
It's really just their drugs. They just hold their brick and they
Yeah,
go
no,
in
they
there.
put their baby down and then they chop lines off the baby's back.
oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. You think one of the most like sacred places, a baby, a newborn, a toddler. It's just disgusting. But
so easy to manipulate.
That's why.
Awful.
That's why I usually
unless
go
the
in-
babies are into it, then power to them, I guess.
Well, born a crack baby, always crack.
At least you're into something. You know what I mean? You gotta be independent as a young child. And I support that. That's New America stuff.
Hobbies.
That's what Trump was always saying. Yeah, you gotta be into it.
I usually go into the inner city McDonald's and I go into the bathroom, flop down that baby thing, and take my credit card out and just hope that there's something left.
That's awful. That is terrible. Terrible.
It's just baby powder.
It literally is just baby powder. Oh my god, I hope so. If you're doing that, you better just get baby powder. That's awful. Yeah, actually, speaking about babies, I just saw this thing.
Mad ugly, right?
Yeah, babies. Ugly.
They are ugly. Right when they come out.
They're the worst. So annoying, dude. They're like,
Oh,
so
shut up.
No, yeah, but I saw this thing. Again, thank God for social media. Sharing this thing, but Teen Mom, the Farrah, like the Farrah lady from Teen Mom. Who did? Yeah. Okay. So she was an adult. She was in adult films.
I was gonna say.
She just I just read like one of her statements that was either in a tabloid or wherever. It was like a journalist interviewer.
Oh yeah, I bet all about it.
And she said that it's good. She's like okay with, I don't want to say abandoned, but leaving her 4-year-old. Now the kid is 4 years old or whatever, because
So it's grown.
yeah,
it's ready to get a job.
That like she's like, oh, it's okay to have time apart because you know what? It's good to have like him or her do their thing and then I can do my thing. And
Oh.
then they understand.
Yeah,
How
like-
crazy is that? How funny is that?
Like, she totally gets it. She needs to play blocks
She's-
while I go out to the club.
And she's not just going out. She's getting promotions at different like.
She's going out, all right.
Yeah, gentlemen's clubs and stuff like that. Like she's going out and she's doing these promotions, making money. But it's just so funny that she tried to justify like her action of like being like, no, it's okay. Like
My
I'm
baby
sure somebody,
needs quality time
Yeah.
sticking her fingers in electric sockets
It's-
while I go.
It's just interesting, just because like I'm sure she was asked like, oh, like shouldn't you be home with your kid, or like what's your child doing, or anything like that, or do you feel bad being apart from your child? And then instead of her just being like, well, you know what, I'm just trying to make some money, I'm trying to like ensure the fact that my child will be taken care of. Instead she goes like, nah, we need time apart because it's got to do its own thing. What are you doing?
I'm with it 2 hours a day. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, we need our time apart so that way I don't become Casey Anthony.
Shocking. Just it was just a bad excuse. You could have said anything. You really could have said anything. Like, that could have been so much better. And she was like, nah, like, he's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not how a 4-year-old works. But
What's doing a kid from a 19-year-old porn star? What was the good mommy advice she was giving?
she was a high school student.
She was a TV star first, dude.
No, she wasn't. She was a high school student.
Well, everybody was a high school student at one point, I guess. But
I guess so. Not everybody.
well, yeah.
Put that on the resume. I was a high school student.
I was a student in high school before.
That would look good. Yeah.
And then I had my big break on Teen Mom.
Where I didn't take care of my
That's the problem with that show too, is that like as much as the producers and whoever is behind the scenes on that show would like to say like, oh, we're trying to like inform people of this is what's going on, we're trying to prevent this from happening.
Yeah.
They're really just out for the exploitation of and to get ratings, and what they really are promoting, what they're really promoting is a bunch of like a generation of girls that saw this. They're just like, oh, this is how I get famous. All right, so
yeah, to some extent, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But also, if you're smart enough to
every girl that watches,
but if you're smart enough, like a lot of them just find it interesting and just, I mean,
it's
a car crash.
It definitely is
car
interesting.
crash.
It
Exactly.
definitely is interesting.
all the girls on birth control, like, ha ha.
Just consider it like it's just something like a Greek tragedy. Just like
But
it's
if
just
you-
funny, and then it's just nightmare the whole way
But
through.
if
And
you
that's
look
why people
at-
want to watch it, so they can sit on their couch and be like, oh, man, I thought I was screwed up.
A lot of those 15-year-old girls that are getting pregnant are like, oh yeah, I would love to be a mother. And then, but if you take a look at like any teen mom that is now like 29 years old, their kids are like 10, whatever.
I mean, from personal experiences that we know, I would agree with that statement. Yeah.
They're not exactly too happy with their previous choices in life.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
And that's my mom too. My mom is right there with them. So
I mean, you decide. You can make your own choices. Whatever. Whether or not to. Yeah, to have.
got a risky chick.
Stick with it or whatever. But it's interesting. Yeah, and we're all high school students one day, and we're all very, I guess, lucky that we're not carrying around a bunch of children or on MTV getting screwed up on whatever the hell they do.
I was watching FMTV. That's the worst channel ever. But if you go on to like some other great channels, they have wonderful shows like Lock Up and Hard Time. Like all the
anything on Spike.
Oh, it's on? Yeah, no. For some reason.
You gotta talk into the mic.
Oh, whoops.
But yeah.
But yeah, no.
Anything on Spike, any of those jail shows or.
Dude, I watched Lock Up, what was it, yesterday? And I saw this guy, and he was 24 years old, getting charged with attempted murder. And the guy behind the camera was asking him questions and stuff like that, and was like, so, do you have any kids? He's like, yeah, I got 6 kids. It's just like
6 kids.
24 years old, has 6 kids.
It's a lot.
And has been in the jail repeatedly throughout his life.
And it's
just like
what is the span?
Going
What
out
is the
there,
span?
popping out kids. Wow.
They all get pen pals, dude. They get out and they have a new pen pal baby mama, and then
Well, not at 24. You shouldn't have pen pals at 24, dude. And you shouldn't have pen pals when you're younger than 24, unless if you go into the system early, okay, maybe. But do we really know a backstory on this person? I'm not saying that they necessarily like, this is the way it goes, man. Like,
pen pals.
you find a pen pal, you got that on lock.
There is a lot of them though that will go to like they'll have like those pen pal like things that they have like people from the outside will find them online or whatever, and there's big.
6 of them.
No, but the inmate that's been in there for 15 years will get like 10 pen pals outside.
Little like fan letters from like weird people.
But then those pen pals are so like
Lonely.
yeah, no, exactly. They're so lonely that they can get manipulated so easily that they end up sending $30 a week to this person. Come on, baby. And
And I bet it's like a religious thing too. I bet like not only if like there was like remember when Hernandez from the Patriots got arrested. There was this whole thing
that was beautiful.
where like women were writing to him being like, oh my god, like I love you, like you're so sexy, blah blah, like this, that, and the other thing.
What a problem, huh?
Well, no, but I'm saying like it's not everybody without that like notoriety that he has like that sort of novelty too. And he's like an NFL football player, like you know, big dude, all that good stuff, money. But
nice body.
yeah, but a lot of it I feel like would be just like people like writing to me like I pray for you every day, and
That almost makes sense though.
You're the best
kind of-
tight end,
a lot of
dude.
it.
That kind of makes sense.
A lot of it.
Like when it's Aaron Hernandez and he's like this jacked football player that has millions of dollars and like he just has this like big reputation of being a great tight end for the or for New England Patriots.
Yeah, he did good for us for a couple seasons, yeah.
But not all right. So women would write letters to him saying like, "Oh, I don't know you, but I would love to get to know," and stuff like that.
Whole thing.
But you know what's even more insane than that is that there's prisoners that had high-profile cases like Jeffrey Dahmer and Charles Manson.
Yeah.
That also got letters from
Just fans.
random people who are quote unquote
They are
quote unquote
You
fans.
have, you have to call them fans because that's what they would call themselves, I'm sure, or what they would refer to.
Yeah,
them.
they're sick.
I mean, maybe not off the bat, they wouldn't say like I'm a fan, but at a basic level, I mean that's what they are.
But if you take a look at like,
or I think you're innocent, go with it, or whatever it might be. There's a lot of weird people in this world, and if you're given the opportunity, you find out through the news where they're locked up. It's not hard to send them a letter.
But if you really look at it though, like Charles Manson in comparison to Aaron Hernandez, like I would do Aaron Hernandez, but like Charles Manson, I'm not trying to do Charles Manson.
Charles Manson, that's some of the funniest YouTube videos I've ever seen. It's just Charles Manson like freaking out.
Yeah,
awesome.
in the middle of court with a SWAT gun on his forehead.
So good, so good, so good.
Like who sees that video footage of him in court with like a swastika inked on his forehead and him just like rattling on, and then there's like, all right, I need to get my letter started to this sweetheart.
My God, dude, my God.
He's a sweetie pie.
Slim Pickens.
Well, yo, actually, speaking of serial killers, I was just reading something about there's a serial killer in Canada, most notably BC, so British Columbia, Robert Picton, who was, I mean, if you look him up, he'll be called like the pig farm killer or the pig farmer killer.
It's like killed fat women only.
No, not even. Or like you could even say, he owned he was a multi-millionaire. This guy, him and his brother opened up this farm.
He probably watched that movie Snatch. With
with the pigs.
with Brad Pitt.
It's funny because in the article too, like you know how it's like Snatch in the movie Snatch. If anybody listening like knows the movie Snatch, they feed the dead bodies to the pigs.
Yeah.
The pigs will be able to dispose of it. Like how quickly can a pig can dispose of a dead body within like 6 days or something like that, they say. He had there was like a quote of one of the workers that was like working with him there. You know, just putting some statements saying he was like kind of an awkward guy, kept to himself kind of thing, but no like substance abuse, sort of whatever his statement was. And then they said along with the guard dogs that went around the property of the farm, they had a 600-pound boar that ran with the dogs. And there were 2 of them that ran around the perimeter.
Jeez.
That would attack a human being that like even like picked up the dogs, and the dogs like stayed away from that big boar.
Oh, wow.
Crazy, right? Yeah, and that thing guarded the fence, like was just hanging out all day.
I believe it. I worked on a farm and the boar there, they got this little piglet and it started out.
Yeah, it was a boar there.
And yeah, my boss. And no, but it was like this little pig, and it started out pink as like a little piglet, and then by the time it hit 2-3 years old, it lived outside. It was a full-grown boar, and any time it like laid eye contact on anything, it would just try to charge it.
Pigs
Pigs
are cool, man. Pigs are interesting if they're not like domesticated like pink little piglets. But back to the story about like how it connected to what reminded me of the whole thing. So this guy got convicted of only 6 murders, admitted to about like 47, wrote a memoir, right? And it was on Amazon today for I would say like 10 hours or so. Got taken down, they got put back up, and now it got taken down again because people were in so much protest because he's making money off like his whole like ordeal. And I mean, rightfully so.
How much can he really use that money when he's in prison?
Canteen.
I mean, after he pays the publisher and he pays, you know, like Amazon
even
and all that
$6
stuff.
a day in canteen, they sell like 40-cent soups.
Yeah.
In prison, that's currency.
Yeah, but if you're also a high-profile case and you're an ad sec, you don't have canteen. I'm pretty sure you lose a lot of your privileges.
And I mean, in America, there's already the law that you can't make money. You can't make profit off a crime. Like if you're convicted of it and stuff like that, like that's why like those, you know, if Charles Manson wrote a memoir, like he wouldn't be able to get it out and make money off it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he might be able to give it to somebody else, maybe could publish it down the line, but I
don't even think that
couldn't-
they would be able to make money off of it.
I don't even know if it would be allowed because I don't know like the logistics about it.
Well, didn't that happen with OJ? Like OJ made a book, and now the family of the victims get all. Didn't that happen with OJ? Like if I did it,
He
OJ
sold
had
a bunch
a-
of his stuff anyways. Like that guy.
OJ had
try to take it back.
a book that was called If I Did It.
Yeah.
And
He sold his Heisman Trophy because he owed so much money.
And
Yeah,
then
and tried to steal
legal
it back.
fees and
he
stuff.
tried to steal something back.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's still in jail right now. Crazy, man. And he's got his own show. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it. Love Cuba.
Have you
Gooding
seen
Jr.
any of that?
He's got a. I have seen. I would say like between like the 3 or 4 episodes that I walk in on with like my roommates like watching and stuff like that. I've probably seen like 2 episodes.
I
Have
think
you
he
seen
did
any?
it, guys. I think he did it.
Have you have you seen John Travolta?
I love the hair.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the hair.
Yeah, he looks interesting.
Yeah, no,
I like how they have Ross from Friends playing.
Yeah, right.
Kardashian, his lawyer. It's
David
just-
Schwimmer
Yeah.
as
Dude,
Robert Kardashian.
that guy's so rich and he doesn't do anything.
How hot is Kim in that, huh?
Is she even in that?
No,
I don't. She's not even
no,
born,
but-
dude.
no, she's
I don't
not in
know.
it. But the worst thing about that, I've like you said, like you've seen
Kim
a little
Kardashian.
bit.
I mean, not Kim, but like Kris Kardashian or whatever.
Yeah, she has an actress playing.
Yeah.
her. But yeah, like you know how you've seen like a little bit like walking into your roommates.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
watch
yeah.
it and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen just about that much. And in the time that I did see it, there was like 2 or 3 Kardashian references. Like all the Kardashians were like
Oh, they
sitting on
love
the
that, dude.
couch
They
and
love it. They love
no,
it.
they really are just like trying to promote like just know that these guys are part of the story too. And like at one point they're all like sitting on the couch and they're watching their father on TV and they're on the couch and they're all chanting Kardashian, Kardashian.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
it is horrendous.
Well,
It really makes my
What do you expect?
makes me
What do you expect?
Makes me cringe.
The only-
Now, where was Caitlyn in all this?
oh, that's Jenner, Bruce Jenner. If you're thinking Caitlyn. First of all, let's get your facts straight, Derek. All right, you want to butt
Where
in with
was
the big
Bruce?
boys. All right, yeah, but I mean, the only good thing about that show, I felt like, just to kind of end the conversation, because I don't want to talk about that show, but Cuba Gooding Jr. coming through. It's good to see him again.
Yeah.
That guy's the man. He's a good
Yeah,
actor.
I only liked him in radio because it made me
No.
laugh.
Oh.
I thought radio and this show was the same thing. I thought it was the same thing.
Dude, what about like? Dude, what? I thought it was the same thing. It was a sequel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Radio 2.
Yeah, radio.
Radio
Post
2,
high
the
school.
OJ, the OJ.
Radio did something real bad.
Oh my
And now
God,
he's
that's
Called
getting
the
charged.
cheerleader too tight.
Wait, what did radio do? He's getting charged with murder?
That's terrible.
That's what I thought.
Wait,
Yeah,
and,
but-
and David Schwimmer is his lawyer? Ross from
What's
Friends.
Ross doing there? Dude.
Why is Ross defending radio?
That dude from Pulp Fiction really turned his life
Listen,
around.
that was a great movie. I'm sick of your crap about radio. Radio's a great movie. But yeah, I don't know. It was, you know, I don't even know what we're talking about at
You
this
ever-
point. There were pigs and
Yeah.
Fine.
One thing I want to say when you're talking about the 600-pound pig. Have you ever heard of Hogzilla?
yeah.
My mother.
I seen, dude. If
Callie Cunningham.
anybody listening right now, if you have not heard of Hogzilla, just Google Hogzilla. It is the biggest pig you have ever seen.
It was
in your life.
1,050 pounds.
See,
It was huge. It's so big.
So
It's
I've heard some hunters what they'll do is like it is a joke. What they'll do is like they'll get like a 150-pound buck like deer.
Yeah.
And then they'll go 30, 40 feet behind it, and then like just get a perspective shot, like so like they're real
Just-
far behind
yeah,
it,
so
and
it's
then they
just-
have their arms up as if they're behind the deer.
Of course, that's the
So
good.
it looks like a 300-pound
It's the
deer.
classic fisherman picture trick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. It's like when somebody like in a picture like backs up real quick and looks like they're holding like the
Right.
Statue of Liberty. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, look at that. Yeah, but Hogzilla's legit, I believe, right? Because I've all
Or
I've
like when you
seen-
stand there and
I
you
think
it
they're-
looks like you stand in front of a tank. It looks like you have a big pecker.
Well, I think there really is. Oh, yeah. Covered from that.
Yeah, but what?
But no, I think there's some hoax Hogzilla ones. Like there's been like some fake ones. I know there's one like where he's hanging from like a trailer, and that was like the first like, man, these pigs can get that big. And then but that ended up being fake. And then they're like, no, they can get pretty big.
What was that?
So Hogzilla was fake?
I think the first one that got like all the attention was fake, but then they were like, no, these things can't get.
I mean, I've
600
seen
pounds.
big ones.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen
the original Hogzilla. I think they were trying to say, I was like, oh, it's 1,900 pounds. And they're like, all right, stop lying.
Yeah,
600 pounds
cool.
is a big thing.
Those things are crazy, dude. I wouldn't mess with a boar. I've never.
Oh yeah,
we don't
especially when
have
they
wild
grow
boar.
horn-
Can you imagine going to the Purgatory Chasm and then just seeing like a family of like just boars?
Just the tusks and everything just charging at you, dude. Like, dude, just
Or just hearing them out there, just.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the Texas helicopter?
Like fisher cats.
Have you seen the Texas helicopter hunts where they hunt hogs in the helicopter?
Yeah.
And they literally just take assault rifles, 50 caliber sniper rifles, just giant.
they just go to town.
It seems a bit unfair, but
But
it
no, but
seems pretty cool too.
but there's millions.
I would say that's pretty unfair if you're just just spraying a bunch of hogs.
Dude, it
on
is
a
brutal.
helicopter.
It is brutal. But there's millions of hogs in Texas, and they just destroy all the cattle land, like all the farmland. So these farmers have no options.
You got to get rid of them.
You
Yeah.
have to kill them. And they'll kill your pets. They'll kill like all your dogs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
So,
believe it. Yeah.
and, you know, your little kids out there and runs into a pack of 7 of them. They're gonna get all.
Or even, I mean, you walk. Family dog is just massacred all over the
Exactly.
backyard.
So
if
these-
it's even there anymore.
So everyone's like, oh no, don't kill little piglet. But then the farmers
They're
are
not
like,
piglets.
exactly. These are wild
You
animals.
look up what happens to like pigs and boars. Dude, they just get nasty. They grow hair. The tusks extend just
And
to
they become,
adapt to
they
like
become
nature
very
and stuff.
territorial.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, once they're like at a certain like bloodline down, after they've had a certain amount of kids, after being out in the wild for so long, they're not even pigs anymore. They become.
Sure.
Yeah, no, there's actually a name for it, like it's like Purina or something like that. I forget the name of like the actual animal, but it's yeah, they turn into something else. Like it changes them completely. Hey, if you take a
Yeah,
domesticated
he said
pig,
it. Feral.
but if you take a domesticated pig, like one that you'd see, like it looks like Babe the pig that you see in the movies, and you put them in the
Classic
wild,
movie.
within 3 weeks to a month,
Yeah.
they start growing black hair,
That's
black coarse hair.
That's what happened to
Yeah.
the pig at the farm I worked at. When we got it, it was this little piglet, and it lived in a frat house. And then when it came to us, we kept it outside. And by 3 years in, dude, this thing wasn't a pig anymore. It was like a little minotaur. And it was
Yeah.
super aggressive.
Dude, I don't know. That's so weird. I wish.
I used to have
Humans
to
don't do that.
When I had
Humans don't
That's
do
when
when
they
I had to
started
go
calling
feed
it Derek.
When I used to have to go feed it, I used to have to pretend to throw a rock at it so that it would back up, and then I'd put the food down and then keep pretending to throw a rock at it.
Yeah, and
then
you're
leave.
trying to help it out, but it doesn't know. I wonder if other animals would do that. I mean, obviously other animals, but like humans don't really do that.
Oh,
like,
I bet you they would if you deprive enough of their
Oh
needs.
yeah, you put us
Look
out.
at people in solitary.
Yeah, exactly. Put us out in the wild.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Put us out in the wild for 30 days. No contact, no weapon, nothing. 30 days.
Yeah, they're pretty. Humans are one of the most malleable creatures on this earth. Like if you put them in a certain like situation, a lot of people would think, "Oh, I'll never be able to live like that," and then they get put in that situation, and life becomes
Well,
normal.
look at
Yeah,
look at Survivor. Everyone's best friends and everyone's kumbaya on like day 1, and then by day 30, everyone's stabbed each other in the back. You know what I mean? Every possible
Yeah.
advantage that they can get.
I'm
they'll take
taking
over.
nuts by myself.
But it's okay. No, no, you guys are totally right. What I was thinking when I said that, I was just thinking like, all right,
Like
you
that.
you put me in like the wilderness, I'm not gonna like attack another human being if I see him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care how long you put me out there.
Meat.
I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, but I guess no, you're right. Like
And-
a piglet to turn into that. I'm just saying, I don't
Right, yeah.
a full-grown human being. I don't.
But
know
yeah,
about
if you
that.
were to take a human and put them out in the wild, they're not all of a sudden gonna start growing horns.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, exactly.
Like being able to like swing from trees, no
Talons.
I don't
problem.
know.
Yeah,
After a weekend when I don't bathe, dude.
yeah, well that just happens all the time.
People would stay away from you anyways if you didn't bathe for a week. That's it. People would just be like, oh, here it comes. You can smell him.
I promise
Coming down the street.
I promise you, if Derek took a deep hot bath, it's not gonna do any. It's not gonna dent the stench that he's got going on right now.
It's 25 years.
This whole room,
25.
this whole room
But
has a
I've
must.
been working. I've earned this. I've earned this.
is a must.
Hard work and love.
It's like a championship belt.
Oh my
I wear
god.
this all the time.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break. Thank you again for listening to 91.3 FM, Pittsburgh State Campus Radio. Just to kind of mention what you guys heard before, I played Little Feet, and that was a fantastic jam. And then I finished up with some Primus, but we're gonna throw on
Some little hands now.
some Little Hands now.
No, you should have said big hands, dude. Little feet, big hands.
We'll be right back. 91.3 FM, Fitchburg State Campus Radio. Enjoy the jam. Hello, welcome back to WXPL 91.3 FM, Fitchburg State Radio. It's your Mondays at 9 with DJ T. Hayes. Back again, per usual. Founders of Triptoons. Find them on YouTube. Comedy, podcast, artwork, and music. Local artists and all that good stuff. Look us up on YouTube, subscribe, the whole nine. It's awesome. Good
Thank
stuff.
you, sir. I don't even think that Triptoons even deserves a plug like that. Thanks.
Oh, hey, man. Hey, you guys do a lot of good stuff for a lot of good like local artists, a lot of like rap, hip hop from around the area, doing good stuff here.
Thank you, brother.
So, yeah, have you guys? Something I kind of want to talk about. I found wicked crazy was the advancements that they've made into like 3D technology. You know, when like I remember I used to like.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
Blowing my mind.
Right, dude. Right. So they started like a couple different prototypes where they had like the Google Glass, which failed.
Kind of bunk, yeah.
It dropped because now they have this thing called the Microsoft HoloLens.
Yep. Me and Derek actually just saw a little demonstration where this guy was presenting that.
It's
pretty
crazy.
insane.
It's crazy. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. You'll find it. It's fantastic. They have commercials out like here and there, but it's just gonna like reinvent the way that. They're aiming for businesses, but also like personal use as well. Like.
Well, a lot of like engineers and architects are gonna be using this stuff. Like, build like 3D models.
Yeah.
Designs.
The demonstration,
designs,
the little video that we saw on YouTube, the demonstration of it, you'll see it the second that you look up Microsoft HoloLens. And we saw this woman put the little shades on, and there was a screen.
They're like goggles, they're not like shades. They look pretty heavy duty at the moment.
No, but yeah, they're definitely one of the smaller versions of like all the virtual reality and like all those headsets and stuff like that. But she was giving like a little tutorial, and everybody could see on the screen what she was seeing, and she put together like a 3D quadcopter.
Like a little drone.
Yeah, like a drone, and then they had actual 3D printed out version of it. So like it's showing you that whatever you create in this 3D world, this virtual world can be an actuality.
And there were because there were obviously other things where like I remember I don't know, you go to like Dave and Buster's or something like that, and they had this thing where basically it just takes over all of your vision, where you just put into it. But what they're doing with what they're doing with the HoloLenses and like things like that is that it's just like an added thing to your reality. You know what I mean? So like it's like a browser in like the corner of your eyeball. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, like you're not transported into like you're not on a roller
covered
coaster
up.
or
You
anything.
could walk down the street.
It's interactive with the reality around you.
Yeah.
You could use the office, so like you wouldn't like just immediately like you don't see a desk. All you have is just like a new platform where you have to work with it. It's like okay, so I can like maneuver myself and do my own thing with it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna go out and get hit by a car because you can see everything that's going on around you, but you have these other 3D like three.
You can just swipe. You just move your hand real quick, or
have
like
you seen
response
any of
to
the
your voice.
Have you seen any of the Magic Leap stuff?
What's Magic Leap? No.
Magic Leap is pretty much another version of it, just not Microsoft, and they've been working on it for a few years. And some of the things that they want, they have versions of it now that are up and running that people use, like where it shows like a little video of like what you're actually seeing through the Magic Leap, like lenses, and it like will show like a solar system up in the air at like a classroom where a teacher's teaching it or whatever, and it's like actually showing like these 3-dimensional like solar systems and stuff like that.
Two people without
no, it's just showing a guy that's actually wearing them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's just giving you an example of what.
I mean, that's where we're going though.
And then another cool thing about the Magic Leap was that it had this guy in an office, and then it was just like, oh, just a day with the Magic Leap vision goggles on, and all of a sudden he like swipes over, sees YouTube, sees his Gmail or whatever, and then he goes to like play a game, and then all of a sudden these like guns pop up out of his desk, and then he like grabs a hold of the gun, and then he like starts the game, and then like these robots start like coming through the wall and like coming up from the ground, and he like starts shooting. It's unbelievable.
That's the dream, man. That was. I remember what, like, you know, when I was, you know,
never gonna stop playing.
When Halo came out, I remember I even like talked about that like with some buddies playing Halo when I was young, just being like, imagine like if you could just be sucked into the Halo world. And they made movies about it, and like they have the whole 9. But now they're actually doing that, and that's crazy, man. We're gonna be
soon enough. It's gonna be the Matrix, and people are gonna plug these little things into the back of their neck and go into this little goop, and then get transported into this like virtual reality playland and go off and play actual Halo.
Those goggles, like the Microsoft HoloLenses, like those are a little like bulky and stuff like that, and they look a little kind of too much. You're not gonna walk down the street and wear those.
Oculus Rift. Have you ever seen the Oculus Rift? It's like a but yeah, it's a little too big for right now.
Yes, exactly.
The HoloLens is a little bit smaller than the Rift.
Yeah,
wait till it's
still,
like a contact lens. Wait till it's just like a custom contact.
That's what I'm getting at. I was reading that because Google made the Google Glass, which was just like glasses basically, but it was only one optical, just like hanging out in front of your in front of your face. People didn't really like it because you could record things with it, but Google had a good idea with it. That like it was, had the mini browser. You could swipe, you could do all your stuff. Go to YouTube, you can go to your Gmail. You could access things. You could talk to it. You could respond. People didn't really like the whole idea behind it, so it fell down. And HoloLenses are now taking off like crazy. But what Google is now working on now is like a Google contact lens, where it literally is just you don't even know if somebody will be wearing it. And
we're in Blade Runner right now.
You're not gonna be able to think. It's gonna open up the drones thing. It opened up a whole new headache for laws.
Well,
you can't be using those kind of lenses and driving. You know what I mean? You can't be using those type of lenses and be at the crosswalk in New York. You know what I mean? Times Square.
The thing is,
you shouldn't be able to, but also at the same time, it should be advanced enough where it doesn't interfere with those sort of things.
Well,
you should be able to turn it off.
A cell phone shouldn't go off while you're driving. Like if it's connected to your GPS and it knows you're going 30 miles per hour, it should know you're traveling. So don't send text messages while you're traveling, but they don't.
That's actually a good point too. I never thought of that.
Pick up their text messages and crash them.
Yeah, and there's always error with everything that a human is going to create. But you know what the biggest thing is though, is that they came out with something, and that when humans come out with something, that 10, 15, 5 years down the line, whatever they created 5 years ago is going to be way better now.
Right, they went from a roller skate to a roller blade to a Healy.
Yeah.
Well, if that doesn't prove evolution right there, dude.
It's a think tank. It's a think tank. Like that's like I was looking into the HoloLens thing, and they're like, "Oh, you want to join a team?" Like they literally had like 10,000 just ideas thrown at them, just like miscellaneously. Just anybody could like throw an idea out, right? And then you get notoriety if
that's where a lot of people lost their jobs.
We consider your idea to be like very important, like something we could use, and then it just kind of develops and just works for it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to see the fact that sooner or later, like most offices are just gonna be people like just waving their fingers around, or you know what I mean, or like building some stuff.
As much as this is a nuanced thing now, like as much as this is kind of like hard to wrap your head around now.
And it's not even out yet, so it's not even now.
Dude, it's not. This is the very beginning of all of this. Yeah, it's just the concept of it.
There are prototypes.
At one point in time, dude, it really is gonna be. Well, no, it isn't a concept in the fact that they already have prototypes and all that stuff. But to the general population, like people actually using it like they use a TV.
Yeah.
Like that's just a concept. Like people can't even fathom the fact that they can attend a sporting event in the comfort of their own living room, but look around the whole entire stadium while the live event's actually going on.
That was cool in the commercial.
Going to see a doctor without actually leaving your house. You know what I mean? All those random things just seem like a concept now, which will seem like a perfectly normal reality later on. And it's crazy because we're at the brink of it now. But eventually it will seem a little bit more normal.
Even 7 years ago, if you're going to be like, hey, your smart TV, you can be able to connect to Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, you can be able to go on the internet, just your TV.
Yeah.
People would be like,
when we had
Wi-Fi, nobody thought we were going to be here with Wi-Fi. We were just thinking, okay, that's good.
Or when
you're
chilling, when you're just chilling on the bus, listen to DMX, we ride here. You never thought of Twitter. You never thought of social media being a thing, like where everybody's gonna be connected in this weird, like online way.
I've been on MySpace since like '99, so like I've been home all that long.
Yeah, that's true. Derek's been changing his HTML codes that way you can have a nice money background.
Still trying to pick up chicks on MySpace.
My
With little
top 8's constantly changing.
Oh, no.
They have other
You gotta stay on
services.
Derek's good side.
They have other dating services. Besides MySpace, Derek.
I know we're talking about concepts that comes out. But have you guys seen the concept for one of the new iPhones? Like the iPhone put out this concept video, and it looks like an iPhone 6 Plus, right?
Yeah.
And then it unrolls or opens up into a giant tablet. It opens up into a tablet. So it's like your normal phone, and then you'd press the button, and then it would open up into a tablet.
See, dude, that's just the beginning. That's the beginning stages of, I think,
The holiday.
eventually no screen at all. Because at one point we had flip phones and stuff like that.
And flip flops.
No, and before then we had these brick phones. And then when someone came up with a flip phone, they were like, it kind of looks funky, whatever. But they caught on. And then, eventually that's going to catch on too, where they have a phone that can turn into a tablet. But then it's going to turn into no screen.
How does it turn into a tablet?
It's like this weird.
It projects itself.
No, it's
to expand.
It literally it's in the phone, and it remember
It kind of comes out.
Remember the old sidekicks? How you'd press a button.
Yeah,
and
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Open in size.
Yeah.
The way they did it, it was think of the sidekick would be the caveman version, and then Apple has this new slick.
Because it was physical. It wasn't like a.
Yeah, it wasn't like a hologram.
So it actually just.
It actually opens.
Bro,
up.
yeah.
And the screen itself is like a malleable screen. It's not like glass, so it's it's able to open up.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And then
that's what you need, because everybody's getting smaller, right? And then everybody's getting bigger. Well, what's better than just be able to interchange that? So you can put it in your pocket, and then you can.
What's the difference between a tablet and a phone? One you can put in your pocket, and the tablet you just sit around and lounge around. So now if you can fuse the two, you don't even need a tablet anymore.
Dude, eventually.
Everyone's gonna have a phone. And the phone's gonna have a tablet option.
You know what's gonna be the thing though? Like what we were just talking before, it's gonna be some crazy thing like the Google contact lens, where you literally don't need a phone or a tablet now. You just put. Let me say literally one more time. So you can just put this thing in your eye, and then literally have a phone, tablet, and literally anything you want.
Literally? You are literally?
I hate myself.
Yeah. Sound like Rob Lowe.
We all
from
literally
Parks and
hate you
Rec. Yeah, dude. No, but it's true, man. It's exciting to see. It's real exciting to see. And I don't know.
With all these jumps in these entertainment almost, why are the big jumps in the medical? You know what I mean? There's still blind people. There's still deaf people. You know what I'm saying? There's still.
Yeah, but where's polio at?
Yeah. Where is that polio at?
Yeah, let me know where polio at. I'll find him real quick.
And while we're on the topic of medical stuff, did you know that there was a diet a couple decades ago that was called AIDS? There was a real dietary biscuit that was out there, and it was named AIDS.
A biscuit or like a supplement?
Like a chocolate little fudge cookie.
Yeah.
It was called AIDS, as in
early 80s, late 70s.
Before AIDS.
Yeah, like a Weight Watchers thing.
You want to lose weight? Try AIDS.
Yeah, if you're struggling with losing weight, why not try AIDS?
Is that an actual? I bet there's an advertisement.
AIDS.
Yeah.
AIDS.
Yeah,
Okay.
or AIDS.
All right. Well, that makes more sense, I guess. But honestly, if AIDS wasn't known at that point, then why wouldn't they just do regular AIDS, not AY? Try to be hip, try to be cool.
Yeah,
What's the
who
deal?
knows, dude?
No one's eating
That's
Band-Aids.
weird. I'm gonna look that up, and hopefully they have some sort of pamphlet or just a newspaper ad, try AIDS.
You're gonna find out Damien's lying.
Yeah, I'm just a huge
that
liar.
too.
It's
Everybody
a big
listen to that.
discrepancy on the show.
For real.
I'm never allowed back.
Jeez.
God.
Well, I'll tell you what. We are literally
Literally out of time.
out of time. Yep.
Me feel it.
It's time for us to go. Thank you so much for listening to us ramble about a bunch of different nonsense. This is WXPL 91.3 FM. Money's in now DJ T. Hayes. My guest Derek Collado.
Sir.
My other guest Damien Collado.
Literally.
That's right. Look up Triptoons, and we will see you next week, 9 o'clock. And stay warm, knuckleheads.